Hi, welcome to Real Estate Investing Adventures. I'm your host, Joe Jurek. I appreciate you joining me today. I am so excited to tell you about a new video series that I'm going to be putting on my channel. My name's Joe Jurek, and I'm a real estate investor, and I get to travel all over the country. I can't begin to tell you some of the places I've been, what I've seen, East Coast, West Coast, up north, down south, Alaska, Hawaii. I've been a lot of different places, and it's so exciting because not only do I get to meet wonderful people just like yourself, but I have an ability to see different things as well as real estate. It's so much fun. I know if real estate is in your blood, like for me it is, anywhere I travel, I like taking a look just to see how that market is, what's going on in that market, going to look at properties in the market from unique architectural buildings to brand new construction to the old classics, or seeing beautiful old homes being restored. I just love that sort of thing. And with working with people, it gives me the ability to see people learn and get excited and have an ability to do something with their life. As I look back, I left corporate America about 9 years ago. I liked accounting. I enjoyed what I did. I didn't like the commute into the city. I didn't like the commute out of the city. Traffic was always fun. But I did like accounting. I did like what I did. But like so many of you out there, I was thinking, there had to be more. There had to be more than this, right? And my wife and I got involved in real estate, and we just wanted to commit to it. We wanted something more. We wanted something better. We wanted to have options. And I want to tell you, at least personally for me, I'm so glad that I did, because it literally changed my life. I've been able to go places I never would have went to. I've been able to meet people I never would have met. And it's really given me kind of just a peace of mind. Today, the day I'm recording this video, it's a Monday. It's a beautiful day in sunny Central Florida. So I don't know if you're watching this and your weather isn't as good. I feel sorry for you. But tomorrow's a new day, right? Being Monday, it kind of doesn't have that same feeling when I worked in corporate America. And why is that? Mondays were always the dreaded day. You had to start the work week. Hopefully, it wouldn't be a bad week, but you were holding out for that weekend. And what I want to tell you with real estate, I always say it can be fun and it can be an adventure, and it really can. But here's kind of the key. You have to make a decision, and you have to want to do it, and you have to be willing to put in the time, the energy, the effort. Is it easy? No, but it's not easy getting up, going to work. Some of you work midnight, some of you get up at 4 in the morning to work. I was one of those people that get up at 4 in the morning. And it always seemed like all I did during the week was get up, work, come home, eat, go to sleep, and then repeat. And that was one of the things that had driven me to wanting more, to wanting to do more. So as I got involved in real estate, a lot of my friends said, well, that could be risky. Are you sure that's something you want to do? And I said, why not? Why not take the chance? So I started doing it part-time until I could evolve and do the real estate full-time. And I really enjoy working with other people, helping people, and seeing their dreams come to fruition. So as I've traveled, I reflect back and I look at some of the areas that I've been to. Now that I live in Florida, I have the ability to go all over Florida, from the Panhandle all the way down to the Florida Keys. I love the state of Florida, a lot to offer. There's a lot more than just the theme parks and beaches here. If you haven't explored Florida, you should. But I've also had the ability to see things that, other people only dream about, seeing. And I often tell people when I work with them with real estate, if you're willing to do the things today that other people aren't willing to do, then tomorrow you can do those things that other people only dream about doing. And, to have the ability, let's say, to go to California and travel the state of California, from Northern California all the way to Southern California, so much to see and do in that state, from the beaches to the theme parks to the movie studios to the beauty of the state. One day when I was in San Francisco, I got to go to Alcatraz. That was great. If you've never been to Alcatraz, I'd highly recommend it. It's a national park. A lot of history there, but it was very unique. Then we went over the Golden Gate Bridge. Then we took a cable car ride and went to Ghirardelli's Ice Cream and had a wonderful sundae. And I remember sitting there eating a sundae, looking out the window and seeing Alcatraz and Pier 39 and all that, fun stuff that we were doing. And I thought, if I was still in corporate America, would I've had an opportunity to do this? Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have, but looking back on it, it was probably the best decision I made to do real estate. Taking a look, going out through California, even going down to San Diego, beautiful, beautiful city as well. Had a wonderful time just, exploring that city. Traveling through the Pacific Northwest, another beautiful part of the country, going to Seattle up in the Space Needle, was just, very thrilling doing that in the evening. Going to Las Vegas, everybody loves Vegas, right? Having the ability to meet people there in Las Vegas, Henderson, surrounding areas. Going to Hoover Dam, I'll tell you, if you've never done that, I would highly recommend it. Just a lot of history and an amazing feat of what they did at that time to be able to construct that dam and being able to see the sheer power of what water can do, and being able to tour that area was unbelievably interesting as well. Love going to Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Love Whataburger. Got to plug them. I know California, I should have said In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out too. But, as you could tell, I like to travel, I like to eat, I like real estate, I like doing different things. So part of the fun, when you travel, Pier 39 and all the fresh fish, that's just wonderful there as well too. Hawaii, nothing beats the fish in Hawaii. Having the ability, to go to the Hawaiian Islands, Maui, Oahu, Kauai, Lanai, Molokai, it's just been things that people would dream about, but then to be able to make friends there and see different things. And Oahu, going to Pearl Harbor, and Maui, going to the top of Haleakala, it's 10,023 feet above sea level. Going to the Big Island, seeing Volcano National Park, that was just amazing as well. So love Hawaii. Now jumping up to Alaska, going to Anchorage, Alaska. Alaska is beautiful, the last frontier. The fish out there is wonderful as well too. Enjoyed my time there driving, seeing different cities besides Anchorage. Just very scenic, very picturesque. One of the most wonderful things was going on an ice glacier cruise. If you've never done it, I'd highly recommend it. Seeing those glaciers and then just total quiet. It was just an amazing experience, and then you hear a rumble, and part of that glacier fell into the water. It was just an unbelievable experience. Then going to Denali National Park and just seeing untamed wilderness. Alaska, they call it the last frontier. To be able to explore Alaska, it was just wonderful. The really cool thing, if you go in the summertime, they have like 20 hours of daylight. If you go up to Fairbanks, it's almost 24 hours of daylight. If you go in the winter, you don't have nearly as much daylight. You're limited depending what month you go into. So winter, you have more night. You might only have 6-8 hours of daylight depending when you go. But in the summertime, the weather's great, 60, 70 degrees, sometimes. And just to be able to explore the history of the cities too. So looking at the country, being able to go to Alaska, Hawaii, and all through the mainland U.S., or in Alaska, they call it the lower 48. To be able to do that has been wonderful. The West has been fun, like I say, going throughout. Been to Albuquerque, New Mexico, really enjoyed my time there. Very scenic and picturesque. Arizona, it can be hot. Okay, Florida's hot. We can be over 100 in the summer and it's really humid. And they say in Arizona it's hot, but it's a dry heat, but it's still hot. I was there last year and it was 123 degrees and it'd cool down at night and be like 101. And it did feel cooler, Well, let me tell you, if you've ever opened an oven, say you're baking a cake or a pizza or whatever, and that hot air hits you, that's how it felt, let me tell you. But Arizona, very picturesque, Grand Canyon State. You gotta love it if you've never been there as well. And then traveling through, I gotta tell you, Midwest, love the Midwest, Chicago, Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio even, Wisconsin, just going through the whole Midwest, a lot of friendly people, things to see. Don't like the weather as much in the wintertime, but awesome food, nothing like, Chicago pizza. I gotta put a plug in for deep dish. No, I like a good thin crust, but nothing like a deep dish. And there's not many parts in the country that have great pizza. Some people have relocated to California. I've tried Chicago pizza in California, good stuff, and Arizona, good stuff. But I really enjoy, looking at the real estate and the people, meeting people there, and just, it's a great place to visit. And, as you go out east, a lot of history there, seeing the Statue of Liberty, going to Boston, going on the oldest Navy ship, the Constitution, the Freedom Walk, a lot of history there. I can't tell you all the areas I've been to, all the things I've seen, all the things I've got to explore. And why is that? Because of real estate. Looking across the country, having an opportunity to go to so many places, I just can't name them all. But, wherever you live right now, I've probably been there, been close to there, thanks to, real estate. And what I want to tell you, it's really been life-changing. That is why I wanted to do this weekly series of my real estate investing adventures. I want to take you to a different location each and every week. I want to talk real estate. I want to walk through properties. I want to talk about what I find on my adventures. I have a lot of fun doing it, let me tell you. I can't begin to tell you how fun it is sometimes traveling to get there or get back. There can be delays, there can be flight cancellations, there can be very interesting people on the plane. And I know people probably find me interesting too, but I always love when you sit on the plane and somebody crosses their foot directly in you. You're going to get hit with their foot. It's just a matter of time, and then they hit you, and, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, it's tight. We're all on a plane, or as soon as you sit down, the person in front of you, they drop that seat in your lap, like, you're a person that's going to give them either a massage or, wash their hair. Their head's right there in your lap. Being on a night flight and the person next to you decides, hey, this would be a great time to turn on the light because I decided it's midnight and I want to read a book. So I just have a lot of fun experiences when I travel. I can share the traveling with you. I could probably share, the attractions, food, but mainly real estate. I'm going to talk about my real estate adventure, the properties I see, my exploration or expeditions every week. I hope you'll enjoy those. Now, if you've stuck with me during this video, and I hope you have, I appreciate it. I know I kind of got on a little bit of a tangent there, but here's something else that I want to tell you that I've realized, okay? Pretty much throughout the country, real estate's the same. Every house has a kitchen. Every house has at least one bathroom. Some areas really like the size of the lot. They want acreage. Other people feel like, wow, I can't believe the size of this lot square footage. It's not that big. But if you're getting a property, say in Southern California, the size of the lot matters compared to maybe something in the Midwest where you could buy a house on 10 acres, okay? It just depends on where you're buying, more city, more rural, that sort of thing. The other things you run into, some places have city service with water and sewer. Other people have a septic tank. Big Island, not only septic tank, but cesspools were popular out there. Some people have, city water, but some people are they have a well for their water. So there's different things you look for, different parts of the country. In Florida, unfortunately, we have hurricanes, Midwest, tornadoes, out in the Pacific Northwest, California areas, could be earthquakes. So there's something to deal with all over the country, but so many great places out there, so many great cities. No matter where you live, I think fully appreciate your city and what it has to offer, because I think from an outsider's point of view, coming to visit your city, you see a lot of things a little bit differently. Maybe on the weekend be a tourist rather than saying, okay, what am I going to do this weekend? I think no matter where I've went in the country, whether it be summer, winter, fall, spring, there's always something to do in almost any city you go to. You just got to explore a little bit and have fun with that. The other thing I'll tell you about going to different cities, I have the ability to go to a lot of home improvement stores, and the thing I've noticed, pricing for the product pretty much in all 50 states is pretty similar. Some things are a little more in Alaska and Hawaii, yes, but in the 48 US continental states, pretty much identical. So no matter where I go, I'll give you an example. If I buy a toilet for replacement, the toilet I buy here in Florida for $99 is also $99 in New York, Chicago, California, and believe it or not, even in Alaska and Hawaii, it was $99. So the other thing that I like doing when I do look for materials, I like buying it out of the store, because if one store doesn't have it and they have multiple locations, another store will. That way I don't have to special order it. And by me going to the store rather than looking online, I know what the stores carry. So if they carry that toilet here in Florida in stock, I know if I go to Illinois, California, New York, anywhere else, they're going to have that same toilet. Now, the material is the same price, but what varies is labor. Labor around the country can vary. Now, what's the golden nugget here too? What can drive housing prices? Supply and demand, of course, but also the job market. If you're in an area of the country that has very strong, high-paying jobs, normally the housing is a lot more. If you're in an area of the country that doesn't have as many jobs and they don't pay as much, usually housing can be less. I mean, I know that's not the case in all cases. Here in Florida, there's a lot of people that work very hard. They're working 2 and 3 jobs because in the hospitality industry, sometimes it doesn't pay as well. I know I have friends in Southern California, I hear the same thing. You have big companies that the CEO makes millions upon millions and their frontline people barely make minimum. So that's why real estate can help anyone and everyone. I believe it can be something you can do part-time. I believe it can be something that can really help give you options. So I would really like to see everybody follow me on this weekly adventure. Give me the thumbs up, follow me on my channel if you haven't already. Leave comments, interact. I look forward to traveling the country, meeting more great people, seeing more great cities and areas, and just enjoying life, living the dream, living life in the moment with no regrets. That's what it's really all about. So I want to come to you every week with my explorations of each city, let you know what I find, and I hope you enjoy the series and love to hear from you, and get out there and make those dreams a reality.
Do it now. Believe and achieve. Take care. Yeah!